start with something called premium tax credits. So a premium tax credit is essentially a subsidy that will be given to any individual in the United States that buys health insurance through a state or federal exchange. So for states that complied with the Affordable Care Act, they expanded Medicaid essentially to 138%. So typically your blue states have Medicaid expansion. So if someone has the income level, as you see here, between this is household size and this is the income, they could actually make up to 400% of the federal poverty line, and they would receive what we call a premium tax credit. So those of you in blue states, if you fall between 138, you're going to get Medicaid. But those of you that are in probably more Republican states where they didn't expand Medicaid, unfortunately, your employees, if they fall within 138%, rather than getting Medicaid, they're going to get a premium tax credit. One important note, if you're in California, California is actually expanding their PTC all the way to 600% of the federal poverty line for 2020. So those of you with stores in California, a single employee could make essentially just under $75,000. And if they go buy health insurance through a state or federal exchange, they will get a premium tax credit. And in this industry, I see about only 8% of the workforce take insurance, which means about 92% are declining your offers of insurance, and you have no idea what they are doing. So why is this important to understand? And what is the IRS doing with this information? Well, essentially, they are reconciling this to figure out which employees are wrongfully obtaining these. And so it's important to understand by state how many people do this. And mind you, this is 2019 numbers that come from the CMS. The CMS will release the 2020 numbers sometime around February or March each year. This is in a tax year when the individual mandate has been zeroed out. And these are the PTC by state. So you can see states like California, Florida, and Texas, we have large amounts of citizens that go obtain premium tax credits. The average amount that people get is $539 across the board a month in subsidized healthcare. So you can compare that to the plans that you offer and what you're charging the employee. And it's probably no wonder why they decline and they may end up getting subsidized healthcare. You have about just under 12 million people who buy insurance through these state or federal exchanges. And out of 12 million, about 9.7 are getting premium tax credits. And since I'm in California and we do have some of the largest enrollees, I always have California numbers here. In our state, we have about $470 is the average subsidy that a citizen in California gets when they go buy health insurance through the marketplace in our state. So that is the basis for this entire law. It's important to understand that because that triggers the penalties that we are all worried about.